What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know who I am. Welcome back to another episode of Film Stock Reviews. In this episode, I'm reviewing The Trial of the Chicago 7. Written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, it stars Sacha Baron Cohen, Eddie Redmayne, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jeremy Strong, Mark Rylance, Franklin Jella, and Michael Keaton. Now, The Trial of the Chicago 7 tells the story of 7 defendants who were charged with inciting a riot during the 1968 Democratic National Convention to protest the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was in full swing in the 1960s. America was going through a change from Johnson to Nixon as president, and it's very well shown and known in this movie. The editing aspect is fantastic in this. When one character says one thing, another character in another scene somewhere else finishes it, but it makes sense, so it coincides and it flows very, very well. Each character in this movie has a perfect amount of screen time, and they don't overlap and they don't outdo one another. I did want to see more of Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the attorney for the government. Of course, the bad guys in this movie are the government, the Chicago Police Department, and the judge played by Franklin Jella. Phenomenal acting from every single actor in this movie. You could say this coincides with the current aspects of what's going on in the world with BLM. If you don't know what BLM is, I don't want to get into it. This is a whole different subject and topic. And basically, during that time with the protests and riot, that was huge back in the day, during the Vietnam War. Should have never have gone in for reasons unknown. But then yet, millions of kids died. Yes, kids, because they were 18 years old going into the war. So you know why they were protesting it. But then yet, these 7 were charged, or 6, so to speak, were charged with inciting a riot. I don't know how 100% accurate that is. I'm pretty sure this movie is not 100% accurate, but it's only, made to look like it was for entertainment purposes, because that's what it is. This movie is entertainment. And the whole world is watching. It's what they say in the movie. The whole world is watching. And when you do something like this, you speak out, you stand up, you protest for something that is right, for a good cause, the whole world will be watching, and that's what happened. I loved a lot of things in this movie. The feeling was that it was the 1960s. The story aspect and the different parts of how things worked were really good. Aaron Sorkin is a fantastic storyteller, and seeing Sacha Baron Cohen do a dramatic role like this was good, because he's known for playing Ali G, Borat, along with other comedy creations he's done over his time in career. The chemistry that each actor has with one another is really, really good. Mark Rylance as William Cunster, the attorney defending these people, was really, really good. He tried to stand up for what was right, but then tried to not, embarrass himself. But it worked so well. The character of Bobby Seale, however, I wanted more of, because that felt like that role could have been expanded so much more. The reason I want that character to be expanded so much more is because the banter between him and the judge was one of the most powerful scenes I've seen in a movie. The judge is the villain in this. He is an underlining racist character, but they don't say he is, except a few innuendos here and there. But other than that, he doesn't think he is. You think he's mental, he's maniacal, and that something's wrong with this judge, and that he's always siding with the government. Michael Keaton as former Attorney General Ramsey Clark also testifies in one of the scenes, but his character maybe is in it for 10 minutes total, and that's it. But when you get Michael Keaton in a movie like this, it's very powerful. Like I said, each actor in this movie had a perfect amount of screen time, where the writing for their dialogue was immensely fantastic. And I love Aaron Sorkin because he knows how to write scripts very, very well. And this movie will stand the test of time, because like I said, it was protesting the Vietnam War during the 1968 Democratic National Convention, and who knows what happened. But only the people that were there know what happened. If you've never seen a movie like this, if you don't think this movie is for you, then don't watch it. But for me, I liked it, and I watched it because I like courtroom dramas. From the 1950s up until the 1990s and early 2000s maybe, there were a lot of courtroom drama movies that touched on different subjects and different stories, but none of them some that were like this. And when this is this powerful of a story and a movie, then you have to watch it. This movie was supposed to come out in theaters in 2020, but it got pushed back because of the pandemic. Then Netflix picked it up and released it. It was a great idea by Netflix. And like I said, I was hesitant to watch this because I'm not a fan of protests. I'm not a fan of going out there and fighting for a cause when I feel like it's a waste of time. But I'm curious, and my curiosity got the better of me. And when I sat down and watched this movie on Netflix, I was blown away by how powerful it was, especially how it stands true today, even with the current events that are happening in the world, anywhere that deals with protests for anything, any topic, or any subject for that matter. And like I said, I don't want to go into anything political, because in the movie, like they say, is there anything as a political trial? Well, you could say that this was a political trial. And anything after that, who knows, there's always a civil trial, and there's always, other trials out there. But, the big powerful thing about this movie was that it was political, just to get a point across, because back in the day, everybody thought people were wrong for what they were doing because they were protesting. People were protesting for peace, not going into Vietnam, bringing our troops back. There's not much to say about this movie, but that it's fantastic on its own way, in its own right. I really highly recommend this movie if you are a fan of courtroom dramas, if you're a fan of Aaron Sorkin, and if you're a fan of good acting that keeps building every single scene after another. There's no low point in this movie at all. It keeps you engaged, it keeps you interested, and it makes you think about what could happen, or what if things were different today against back in the day. So for me, The Trial of the Chicago 7 gets 5 out of 5 stars. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this movie, directed and written by Aaron Sorkin, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And does it ring true today, especially with the current events that are going on in the world with protests and certain subject matters and topics? And did you like it? And did you think that this movie was a waste of time? And if it was a waste of time, let me know in the comment section below and tell me why. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel. And you know where to follow Marchio Productions and me, Mr. Filmstock. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts below. You guys can check it out and follow along. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.